We've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They run with the all-pro from a couple of years ago, Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and it'll be a third and about 13.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. Certainly not the start they were looking for offensively, coming off that loss last week on the road.
And they didn't do their job. They're going to feel poorly about that. But what they're going to do is look at the defense and say, can you pick us up here? And let's face it, defenses can score. We've seen it, right? They can take the ball away, create a big-time opportunity. Let's see if they can get that done.
Yeah, just something to jumpstart this home crowd. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Faking the give. Now Watson rolling to his right. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Anthony Schwartz, the intended target. And it's second down. You look at this Colt defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So in prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes add up into points against you.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the 50, it's Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
He's got a his target. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 19. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Watson. He'll find Schwartz, complete right side. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 13-yard line.
Now Chubb running right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Colts 10-yard line.
Here's Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Richardson on 2nd down. And this is incomplete. If you look at this Browns defense, they are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
Down the left sideline. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
7-7, our score after one.
7-7.
Now it's Watson. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Watson now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. This is brought in at the 21. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Taylor. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Watson. Flushed out right. That's out to Chubb, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Watson's throw pulled in by Schwartz. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 48-yard line.
2nd and 7. Here's Watson. Oh, and that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. To the air yet again, Watson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. Touchdown! Elijah Moore, 39 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. The extra point hits the left upright but goes through anyway. And that makes the score 14-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Richardson now on 2nd down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
A big play that time on the catch and run, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. He's got it. Touchdown, Browns. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
But obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. There, Richardson back to throw it. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. On 3rd down, here's Richardson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. He'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
A final shot before the half. Richardson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive. That fell incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner.
And they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On second down, here's Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Browns come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is up to 18 now. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Richardson on the bootleg here. Out to his left. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
110 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back to Taylor on first down.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Now Richardson finds Pickens out right.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 34.
They'll try the left side with Taylor. Taken down at the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Off play action. Richardson.
He'll buy some time right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Hot 70.
They go play action with Richardson. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 2. And again, it's Chubb. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also...
The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know...
Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of them.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Samson Abuka in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A give running right is Chubb. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Running left, Taylor. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Play action. Now Richardson.
And that will be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Watson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. They'll run with Strong. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Pierre Strong, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
From the gun, it's Taylor. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Completes this one to Pickens. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 55 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
And the Browns first down.
They go up the middle with Chubb. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Only able to work it to the 20 after the nice broken tackle. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. A give. This is Chubb. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
41, Colts 10.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Come on.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Of this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt, Charles.